Hello, everybody. Welcome to Travelers, episode 14, the one about weapon changes, TTK changes. Hey, there's a lot of changes coming. I don't know if you've been keeping up, but for those that are listening out there, welcome to the show. My name is the Helmet Fire. I am your moderator and co-host. Joining me this evening is CrayZJaye and Angel Zero. How are y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Doing good. Excited.
Stuffed.
Excited.
Yo,
Stuffed.
Angel, you were just talking to me before we started the show, and you hadn't had a chance to catch the Dreaming City trailer today. What were your exact words just a second ago when you just saw it?
I'm definitely pre-order. Sure, 100%.
Pre-ordering now, definitely happening. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's so amazing to hear. You know, it's been a long time since all of us here in the community, or for a lot of us, where we've felt this excited about Destiny. You know,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
this last year has been very trying and difficult, and I mean, even me, there's been days where I'm like, "F this, I'm done. It's ruined." You know?
I've seen the tweets.
Yeah, dude, I should go back and delete those. No, I won't delete them because that's just a passionate standpoint. Could I choose my words better? Sure,
Yeah.
but the point is we've
Oh,
all been experiencing this together. So now we're in a place where it's like I can genuinely be excited about the game again. So just in that thought alone, I mean, besides being excited, like, have y'all been playing more lately? Have you noticed your
Yes.
Oh, yes.
hours going
Yes.
right back up?
I've these last couple of days, the past week or so, I've been playing Destiny on stream the whole time. I haven't been to Fortnite or any other game. I'll play Fortnite off stream sometimes with my girlfriend, but besides that, it'll just be Destiny. Even off stream, I'll hop on, do a few things, and then get off. It's back.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Solstice grind is friggin' real, and I love it.
It's good. It's a good grind.
I'm
it's
trying to
better
catch
than
up, man, but I'm doing so many things, so I'm glad it's like
Yeah.
until the 28th because
Yeah.
we got time. Yeah, it's better than the Faction Rally grind, because I don't know. I guess the 400 power gear is worth the grind. I think.
Well, yeah, so I have D2 for both Xbox and PS4, right?
ouch. Ooh.
So,
The commitment.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
So, it
my
made
Xbox is
me
still coming in on
not
Destiny.
even want to play one console, even. I just want it to be completely done. I'm like, why did I even get this for PS4? But with Solstice coming out, I actually want to go back and forth between different consoles and just keep playing and keep playing
Wow.
like I did in D1.
That's a pretty big statement. You got somebody that just literally is like every one of us where we were like, you know what, there's other games to play. Destiny's just been in this huge lull, and now she's contemplating, grinding out
Having no
2
life.
consoles worth of characters because it's what's that word? Fun. Oh, I said it.
Fun?
It's
Fun?
fun.
And
you
if
sure?
for friends who do something together.
Fun.
You
That's
know
what
what
it
you
feels
do?
like to say
Yes,
that word.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I have it for PC and Xbox, and I think it's more of like the console barrier that I don't want to go back on Xbox. But I'm pretty sure if Xbox performed just as well as PC, I'll probably do both, honestly. Just to play with more friends and stuff like that as well. But it's great. I've been playing nothing but Destiny. It's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's so for me, I'm eagerly awaiting my chance at really grinding out Solstice, and I pray that I get the chance to grind out all 3 characters. Because it is a grind. I definitely want to take advantage of Mayhem. So for those listening in, don't forget Mayhem is the playlist this week, and I'm pretty sure more than one armor set requires you in the beginning stages to get super kills. So if you're looking to complete that, now is the time. Please do that. But yeah, I'm hoping I get to finish it. But man, like I said, I'm juggling editing this machinima, and I'm not gonna lie, last week was a challenge because I was playing No Man's Sky like you wouldn't believe. But but no, I mean, just all this hype around the game and the trailers we're seeing, which we're about to get into in a minute, and just it's a great time to be a Destiny fan for sure. So So we'll get right into the topic. So the Bungie had a weapons slash sandbox reveal stream for Forsaken coming up, which actually a lot of these changes are going live on the 28th. Not all of them, but most of them. And they went through and played some demonstration skirmishes, showing off the weapon slots, a little bit more information on how they work, as well as demonstrating real time in the game certain perks and attributes and things. They also, like I said, they talked about weapon slotting, ammo types, weapon mods, the new mod system, and this is really, as far as I'm aware, the first time they've actually shown off the new mod system and how it actually works. So that was really great info. They talked, obviously the time to kill increases is the big one that everyone's been waiting for. So I guess right off the top, just with the time to kill increase, they made hand cannons 3-tap, so 2 to the body, 1 to the head, or whatever combination. Just with that alone, the time to kill and 3-tap better devils. What are you thinking, man? I know Jay's a big PvP guy.
3-tap hand cannons are back. Yes, I love it, man. That's like
No.
looking back at Destiny 1 gameplay.
No.
What? Looking back at Destiny 1 gameplay was just like I miss a 3-tap, man. I miss bring around my Luna and just 3-tapping people. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was like, oh.
Angel, why do you say no?
Yeah, let's hear that.
Maybe when my aim was better, sure, but now no.
You know what? That
get destroyed.
That plays right into the mod system though, because so there's actually a lot to really take in. It's you gotta be how do I explain that? There's so much they're changing. The weapon slots are changing. The way the ammo types on the weapons that go in the slots are changing.
Mm-hmm.
The game is changing. The whole game is changing.
The time to kill increases. So you're getting weapon slot and ammo changes. You're getting modifications. You're getting random rolls. You're getting a tier 10 masterwork system to go even deeper. This is the rabbit holes here. We're way down there, how deep we've went into the rabbit hole on customization. So when they talk about your 10th better devils, it's really, I think we're going to go into the hundreds, and they're all going to be that different, And for accuracy, they got one of the new, they had an array of mods. There's probably 8 or 10, I think, is what they were showing off that they went through kind of quickly. And the modifications now are they don't give you a light increase, but or a energy type. They're not doing that anymore either. We'll talk more about that later. But for instance, if you like your in-air game, there's an Icarus perk now. So it's in the form of a modification. So you can literally put that mod on your gun. It's I got this perfect roll, better devils, but I really like to play that in-air game hopping around. So boom, I can apply the Icarus mod. That's so awesome. They have a counterbalance mod. They took the counterbalance mod off of armor, and it's now a mod for your weapon. So if you want to get a super tight, easy recoil pattern, to predict and use, you can have that. You can do so much stuff with this new mod system. It's crazy. But time to kill, that's a pretty self-explanatory thing. Hey, you can get kills faster. Well, they demonstrated how, 3-tap hand cannons. They showed a pulse rifle that almost 2-bursted somebody, more or less. They did a very fast-firing scout rifle, so it was 5 quick taps to the head, boom, 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 and they just erase people. So melees. Oh, this is a big one. So time to kill with melees is... So they're doing a 2-hit melee system now instead of 3. So melees are going to count more. Charged melees will not 1-hit kill. So for the Titan, if you jump up and do the death from above charged melee that they have, that won't one-shot people. But the Titan shoulder charge will one-shot people now. So that is coming back. Any thoughts on that?
See, as a hunter main, I don't like Titans at all. Okay, whatsoever. Okay. But I am okay with the 1-hit shoulder charge.
Okay, interesting.
Because I actually can counteract that
Mm-hmm.
sometimes,
Oh, with the new time to
unless I'm
kill
not paying
increases,
attention.
and yeah, that's the really cool thing about all these changes is you don't have to worry about if someone can one shot you with something. You have enough tools to counter it. Everything seems, from what we're seeing, to be counterable in a very like balanced, unbalanced way, right? Like
Mhm.
nothing, like they're not balancing anything, but as a result, it is balanced. It's gonna
Yeah.
be like you're gonna have fair option to choose all these different ways to play and stuff.
Is it balanced? I mean,
I'm not, no, nothing about it's
it,
balanced. I'm just saying, I
yeah. I
guess
mean,
what I
it's like,
mean is like the plethora of tools you have to choose
yeah.
from now, and the time to kill increase is going to give you the option as a player to counteract any situation, you know.
Let's be honest. They're bringing it back to Destiny One, which had a lot of balance flaws in itself, but it was more enjoyable, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Mhm.
The thing about like one hit shoulder charge and two tap melees, where that Destiny One became more of less of a FPS and more of a FPA, first person ability, or it was more people throwing stick grenades and mailing, don't mailing
Right.
you. So, but at the same time, looking back, I had a lot more fun doing that than playing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think after today or after the update, this update comes out, they're gonna have some obvious new changes that they gotta do to make it a
Well,
little
I don't know if you
better.
caught this part of it, Jay, but in that same reveal stream, they talked about grenades too. Claude Jerome was speaking on behalf of that, and he said that they are buffing the damage on a lot of the grenades, but none of them will be able to one shot. They don't.
That's fine.
They
That's
don't
fine.
want to create
Yeah.
a situation like in D1 where boom, firebolt, zzz, erased. You know what I mean? Like,
No. Yeah.
so now they said not all grenades, but some grenades, like the incendiary grenade for the hunter, is getting buffed. You know, just a lot of the year one supers and things like that are being buffed to come up to the standards of the new supers that are coming out, which there's a crap ton of. It's great. Um, they showed off actually, for Angel, you're a Titan. They showed off a pretty good bit on the new, um, Solar Titan Super with the
Yeah.
flaming
Sure.
maul.
They should on
Yeah.
that.
Well, not just the super, but the like one of the
Melee.
abilities he has. He has this hammer. Like you throw the hammer off somebody, and
Boom.
if you leave it alone, it'll sit there for about 6 seconds and explode. Um, but the point is to go pick it back up, and then you have it again, right? So you can
Mhm.
bonk people with it, and if you pick it back up, it just recharges that charge, so you can kind of just throw them around as much as you want, which is kind of really cool. I don't know if it's as strong as a grenade or not. They didn't say, so I'll be interested to see that. But
Unfortunately, the guy who was doing the hammer wasn't really accurate with it. He's probably an awesome guy, but
yeah, no, Cosmo
I,
and Kevin Giannis were playing. I don't know who else was,
dude,
but they all, they're that's got to
they
be
were
a
fun.
high
They were fun to
pressure.
watch. Yeah, they were fun to watch. Yeah, they were all just dogging each other.
Oh man, oh they
It
were
was great.
roasting each other, man. It was hilarious. Like
It's
Claude
good.
Jerome, like he doesn't pull any punches. That dude is awesome, man. I love that guy. And of course, Josh Hamrick was
That
in
was
there
fun.
too,
Mhm.
Hmm.
and then I forget the other gentleman's name, Justin something. They're all sandbox designers at Bungie, and they were with Deej on the set, and then Cosmo and Kevin Giannis were playing, demonstrating. There was a lot of gameplay of the Wish Ender, the new exotic bow that lets you see through
Yes,
walls.
a
So
lot of that.
that was cool. And it was every time you looked, and it's only when you have a full draw on the bow, and like the outline of the people, it pulses in and out. It's not like a constant, you know. So, but it's good enough. It's more than good enough to, you know, use it effectively. And
Yeah.
there were some crispy two shots. Those bows two tap, like
Well,
bows two tap. By the way,
going to the bow and arrow and actually how committed Bungie is for Forsaken. One of the guys, I forget what his name is, he took off his honeymoon just to come here
yeah, that
and
was Claude
be
Jerome. Yep.
on this.
That's insane. That's
And
insane.
then going to the bow and arrow, they actually went to a range and
Mm-hmm.
shot bows and arrows
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
for the
did.
game.
they learned some archery and stuff.
Yeah, they said that, yeah, that was in a I remember
Right here.
seeing that video. It was pretty awesome.
No, no, no.
Yeah, you're right, Angel. When they're committed to doing something, they don't hold back. They really get to the root of how these things work. They didn't want to put this bow in the game, this archetype, without knowing how they really work and what makes sense when a player's holding it. That pays tribute to Bungie's, like, because that's the one thing in Destiny 1, when it got all the bad reviews on its story and everything else, the biggest compliment they've ever gotten in Destiny was the way the game feels, the way it shoots for a shooter. The mechanics are so crispy. They're top in the industry, and that's why, is because of things like that. They go out of their way to look at the models, look at the real time, how the draw works on the bow, what the impacts are. Yeah, I agree. I think that's what makes the difference. And I can't wait to try it out. I really
Yeah,
it'll be
Yeah.
awesome.
Bungie has a great way of just has that Halo feel where it just feels good to shoot. It just feels good to run around and even like PVE the patrol. It's just if you're walk around aimlessly, just chilling, talking to your friends, just shooting. It just feels good.
Shoot your friend in the face. That's always
Yeah,
That
fun.
too.
and the bows
Yeah,
and the
there you
bows
go.
will two tap. If they definitely seem like a pretty skilled weapon, but at the same time, I mean, if I get one in the body and one in the
I don't
head,
know.
you're gone. You know.
Mhm.
I don't think I was hella accurate with it, or it's just maybe easier to hit shots with it. I don't know, but he was hitting some shots.
He was definitely hitting some
Yeah.
shots, and I like the way the animation looks like. When you see a gun, like you do a quick scope with a gun, right? Well, a
Hmm.
quick scope with a bow and arrow, from watching the stream, it just looks so different, and that makes sense, right? Because the geometry of the weapon you're holding is it's not a gun, it's a bow,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's in a first person shooter, so your brain has to kind of get used to that. But man, when you see him quick scoping with a bow, you're like, whoa, I want to do that.
It looks so
Like,
cool. I
give me,
can't.
give me.
I'm looking forward to the montage they're gonna make with crossbows, man.
Oh, the
Crossbow montage is
montages
coming.
for, well,
Mhm.
so the one thing, the other thing that the Wishender exotic bow does that you didn't get to see demonstrated, because it's very situational, is it'll over pierce targets. So like you can get 2 kills with one arrow with that bow. It just, that's going to be really hard for anybody to pull off. So of course in the stream they weren't able to do it, but that makes sense why, right? So for those people that are really skilled and they can use that true sight perk and see through the walls and then get those double kills with one shot, that's the true montage material right there, man. For that exotic, anyway, I think. So, so the weapon slots they talked about. We do know what they're going to be, but they went into a little bit more information. So the primary slot is your kinetic. The second is, usually an energy slot. And then the third is your heavier power, right? But the way these work is like you're going to have, every weapon's going to have a type of ammo associated with it. So there's a white ammo logo, there's a green logo, green ammo logo, and then a purple one. So your gun, if you look at every gun you get, it'll tell you what type of ammo it uses. And subsequently, now that doesn't mean if it has a green ammo icon that it can't go on the primary slot. That's not true. There will be cases where you can run double special weapons. However, because they take that kind of ammo, when you pick that kind of ammo up, it'll split it up between the two guns that you're running with the special ammo. So if you want a better explanation than I can do, definitely check out their stream, because they definitely break it down, more in depth. But we're, like they said in one of their initial trailers, if you want to run a D1 loadout, you can. If you want to run a D2 loadout, you can. And if you want to do some crazy stuff here and there, like 3 shotguns, you can absolutely do that. You just
And
gotta.
they did a lot. They have a lot of good gameplay with 3 shotgun gameplay there. I forgot who it was, but someone running 3 shotguns
I
in
think it was
Crucible.
Cosmo. Yeah.
Yeah, he
And
had
what
like
I found interesting? Oh, go ahead,
mhm.
Jay.
No, I think they had the Accurus, and like I think he had a new shotgun or 2 new shotguns and the Accurus. I think it was. I don't know.
Right,
But
right. Yeah, the thing I thought was interesting is like he had the Acurus, and that takes its own ammo, so you don't really worry about that too much, because the the way you pick up heavy ammo right now is going to be the same, right?
Hmm.
If you kill a guardian and they drop a brick, you have to go over there and pick it up. You have to actually
Yeah.
hold the button down and pick it up. Now the green ammo that drops off of guardians now, which is something new they showed off, as far as I saw, you just run over it and it auto loads into the magazines. But because he was running double shotty, that green ammo was split between the two. Now, this is the way they're doing this is every time you respawn, you will get 2 rounds. So 2 bullets basically. But if you're running a double shotty setup in the primary and secondary like that that both take the green ammo type, it'll split them. So you'll get 1 bullet in one and 1 bullet in the other. So you have to be literally super sparing on, how you use that loadout.
That
And then
loadout.
he did equip a sniper, and it was the same deal too. So he had 1 sniper round and 1 shotgun round.
Yeah, that loadout is gonna be very, very situational. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and they brought up like a good situation to use that type of loadout. Like, if you're doing someone who's just protecting a point, hiding somewhere, you can run 3 shotguns and protect that point with your 3 shotguns.
Yeah, you can post up and just have some really strong guns for close quarters. And then, as you rack up kills, you'll get more ammo for them, but just initially off the spawn, you have very little, which I kind of like. Because in D1, this special ammo was a big problem in D1, and it got changed and reworked 2 or 3 times throughout Destiny's life cycle. Yeah. And the problem with the last meta in D1 was, you would just spawn in, and I don't think you spawned in with special in the end of it, did you?
Nope.
But when you picked up a crate, it gave you like a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So literally, like on what's Pantheon, D1 map Pantheon, just literally all it was a big sniper lane. That's all this map was. But there was a special ammo crate on either side, so you could just spawn in, run to the crate, have like 9 or 10 rounds in your sniper, and just go to town and see who's the better sniper. That's all it was. Yeah. And I'll never forget looking down the lane, and you'd see like 4 or 5, sniper glens just like lined up.
Oh my god! You peeked that corner. Bad. You peeked that corner. If you were there late, you were dead.
Yeah. Don't even.
Like as soon as you peeked the corner,
you have to be there early.
Playing trials, you see 3 red flares. Like, oh well, I guess I'm dead.
Yeah. So I think this is a good trade-off the way they're gonna do this. Like, yes, you're gonna get some ammo, but you're also gonna have to think about your loadout because it's gonna be very limited.
Yeah.
That's gonna really keep those situations like with Pantheon from happening. I think that's how it seems.
Yeah.
Until we get hands on, obviously, we'll find out more. But
I'm sure they'll rework it if they have to as well and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, but I think they're onto something. I really do.
Oh yeah.
Like
they're on the right track right now.
I think it's gonna be personally, and I am kind of an optimist most of the time when it comes to Destiny, but like I really think it's gonna be better than we had D1 at its finest. I really do.
That's a big statement.
Just the way they have the weapon slots and the way they're working those and the way they're buffing everything up and just all around the sandbox, I think is poised for something that could be way more fun, grindy, and like worthwhile for your time as a hobby.
For sure.
So that's just kind of what I'm seeing right now. The weapons are why we play. So this level of investment in the weapon system is insane. Like I'm still trying to like remember all the ways we can customize. Like I have to think about it. Yeah,
because you can have a better double, but with 1 random roll, and like I'll put Icarus on this one, and you have a different roll completely. Like, do I want Icarus on this one, or do I want this on this one? Like, what's good about this gun, and what mod can put this gun to make this gun even better than it is now? And every gun's gonna be different because you don't know, what. It's crazy. It's insane.
So just as an example, like Rangefinder is coming back. That's a D1 perk that is making a return.
Are they? Is it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's coming back.
Hey, I got one better for you. Angel. Check this out because you missed the stream. So you get a Better Devils and it rolls with Rangefinder, okay? And then you masterwork it and put 10 points of range on it, Okay, and then you can put a mod on it for counterbalance. So
Oh
just
my
think about
god.
that for a second.
It's so amazing. It's great. I
Like
Okay,
mean,
maybe I
oh
do
my
like
god,
hand cannons.
like
I
dude,
take my
it's
statement
amazing.
earlier back.
yeah, like you can make, and I'm really curious to see how disgusting it's going to be, because if we base it off of anything we know from D1 and D2 combined, when we think about maxing out a range stat on any gun, we're already like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. But this is going to be
Heck yeah.
like, yo, it's got rangefinder, it's a hand cannon on aggressive archetype, it can 3-tap, but I'm going to max out the range, and then I'm going to put counterbalance on it or some other crazy mod that, whatever they have,
I would
I'm
go for
just like,
Icarus.
oh yeah, 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 you put Icarus on it and you're
I
like,
love Icarus.
yo,
I
I'm
love
in the
Icarus.
air, I'm mapping your ass from the air because I could do that. I made my loadout. Now, if I land in your face and you shoulder charge me, well, that's my fault. you know so yeah, I'm just like super pumped about the way they're doing the mods. I'm trying to remember all the mods they showed off. I know there was one that had quicker radar return. So like when you ADS and you come out of it, your radar holds up a sec before it comes back. Well, this mod makes it so it comes back instantly, which is, that's a pretty good one. There was counterbalance, there was Icarus, and there was a bunch of other ones that I couldn't remember off the top of my head what they were. But I mean, either way, they're just now. Random rolls on the weapons are huge. They did mention briefly that armor will also have random rolls. Now, I don't know much about that. I'll have to do some more research based on what they showed, but that's just more customization, right? So,
hmm
oh, we had a guest on the show tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
Little
He's
guy, yeah,
rolling around here. He's rolling around. No shirt, pamper on, just chilling.
yep, yep. So, the new supers, grenades, we talked about that. New super, the old supers are
Well,
getting buffed. Oh, go ahead.
going into supers real quick.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that are iffy about Forsaken, don't want to pre-order it, or aren't going to get it, they are changing up the supers that we have now a little bit, making them slightly better. I know I didn't hear everything about it, but I did hear about Goldie, and they're making Goldie last a little bit longer.
2 seconds to be exact.
Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
for those of you that don't want Forsaken right away or at all.
Yeah, for sure. I would, you know, I think there's more than enough to justify a pre-order. However, that's just me. But like you were saying, Angel, so the weapon slots. So August 28th, which is a week before Forsaken launches, they're gonna basically, the patch we're downloading is basically pre-loading Forsaken. However, the changes that will go live are the weapon slotting. The weapon slotting will go live. The mods will not until Forsaken launches. The new supers and all that stuff will not. But the sandbox tuning for the time to kill changes, the weapon tuning, and the weapon slotting will be live on the 28th. So we're all going to get to, and that's free for everybody. Whether you're buying Forsaken or not, you are getting those changes. That is a huge deal. So to all listeners out there that are on the fence, like Angel said, give August 28th, load up the game, update that, and give it a try, because the whole game is changing. I mean, top to bottom. And then if you decide to get Forsaken, you just bought yourself like true tangible content that will expand on that big time, So
If you don't buy it, then you have Kate alive, so lucky you.
They did ask that question to the developers, and I don't know if that's actually the case. I think according to Scott Taylor
Really?
and Steve Cotton, I think Cade is going away on the 4th in the tower for everybody. I believe so.
That's interesting.
Ooh, and you know what? His treasure maps are going away too. Those are permanently going to go away out of the
Yeah,
game.
I gotta start working on those. So I can have them.
Yeah.
I remember Cade.
Yeah,
So
those are
by the way,
going out the game.
there's like a thing right now on Reddit. It's like everyone rock the spicy ramen emote, and I think an emblem for Cade,
Yep,
and
I
Yeah.
got that.
and yeah, everyone just sit around. Everyone sit around Cade every once in a while and just eat ramen noodle in front of him. Yeah, remembrance and just have
It's
a good time.
okay. I can always uninstall Destiny 2 and go back to Destiny 1 to see him. So,
Oh wow,
whatever.
yeah. Well, you don't have to uninstall D2. You could just turn it
You
off and
know,
play D1.
but
No,
if they get rid of him,
that's
though,
pretty
you
funny.
know.
No, I'm so speaking of the story stuff, I guess it's one more quick thing about the weapons that Josh Hamrick talked about today. I want to kind of public service announcement for all the Destiny players out there. So because the weapons are changing, the new system will basically rearrange certain weapons. So certain weapons are moving to certain slots. As such, if a energy weapon moves to the kinetic slot, it no longer will have an energy type on it. Or, for instance, they said this is in regards to year one weapons. So if you have year one weapons right now and they're a certain burn type, I guess when Forsaken launches, they're going to get locked into that burn type. So the takeaway is say if you have like a Uriel's gift and you want it in all three elements available to you, make them now and put them in your vault, because so let's say after Forsaken launches, if I get a year one weapon to drop with an energy type, it's always going to be that energy type from here on out, and I'll never be able to change it. But right now, you have the option to take one of those guns and put one of each if you want, and then vault it. That way you always have it. So whatever weapons
because
you like and you want to have certain burns on them, do it now. That way you can have them.
Yeah, the mods now, the new mods won't have any elemental stuff.
All that elemental swapping is going away, which I guess it makes sense.
That's I'll sacrifice that for what we're getting now. I'll sacrifice that. No
well,
problem.
this is only in regards to year one weapons too. We're about to get 1,000+ new year two weapons, and who knows how many, right? So this is just for the collectors, I suppose. So transitioning from the weapon stuff, and forgive us if we miss anything. There is so much information, guys and gals. There is a ton of stuff, but there was another trailer that came out today, basically a preview of the Dreaming City. But man, oh man, there is one huge thing in this trailer that they show that raises, the biggest of questions. So the Techians, or the Teshians, or however you pronounce it, are, I guess, Marasov's, I don't know what you would call them. They're like tech witches or something like that. They were the ones that were helping Marasov summon the Harbinger weapons that were attacking Oryx's Dreadnought in the Taken King. And the last lore about them after that battle happened was that they were supposed to be studying Taken energy or something like that. So this trailer shows, and Jay is kindly putting it up on screen for the people that are tuning in live or checking us out on YouTube. They show one of these Techians who were not, but are now that they are now like taken, I guess.
They're kind of taken, but they're not.
Well, I think so. Like they don't have the Taken energy all over them, all over the Techian. It's like she has it from her elbows to her fingertips, but she also has the energy around her, and then she has this huge black Taken shield around her, but she's floating around like she's a hive wizard, but she's not. She's a Techian and is obviously using this Taken energy or power. So it's unclear if she is actually Taken or if she's manipulating that energy. So, but the implications that it's raising is like, okay, is she Taken or is she controlling it? Is Mara Taken and her Techians taken with her? Is Marasov the raid boss, or is Savathun controlling all of it? This is huge. I don't even know there's a million other questions. I've seen all kind of theories floating around. What about y'all? What do y'all think?
I'm kind of like I read a theory. I read something. My name is wife tweeted, and his theory kind of makes sense. Whereas it looks like she's partly taken or partly corrupted by the taken, and they got that way by obtaining by experimenting with taken powers
Right. Yeah.
before
So I
it was
mean,
in the
this.
lore. So maybe they were kind of corrupted, or maybe they learned how to harness it a little bit and use it as a weapon. We don't know, but it has to be something like that. As
Yeah.
far as like the raid boss, if that's the case, it could be Marsov, or I don't know. I don't see Savathun um having use for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I just think it's interesting because what about this? Like, okay, Uldren. A lot of people are thinking that Uldren might have some of that taken energy on him, but the argument there is it's not enough to be sure because the Awoken in general have this ethereal mist that flows over their skin, right?
Yeah.
So there, a
Yeah.
lot of people are like, man, I don't know. It looks a little more serious than just that. It looks more like a condition or something. It looks. Excuse me. It looks like a, but then it's like if that's the case, is Mara and her Techians taken, or like is Uldren taken, and if Uldren is influenced by this taken energy, is that why he's killing Cade? We don't know. These are all great questions.
You know what? It would make sense that they're kind of taken because we don't see him after that scene. You know, never see him again. Never really hear from him or really even hear about them. And that's the scene where they're flying into Oryx's ship, right? Where
hmm
Taken are everywhere, right? So it could be possible that something happened to them during that fight that they became slightly taken. And
Yeah.
then, like you said, that's why Alderaan killed Cade, possibly.
Yeah, well, Uldren also said, you have to choose a side, even if it's the wrong one. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I
There's
do,
something.
I do believe he'd do anything for his sister, especially if he was trying to save her. But we don't know if that's even the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's something else going on, or something bigger going on we don't know about. Like, and they always bring up there's two sides you have to choose even if it's the wrong one, right?
hmm
And it's making it seem like, are we on the right side? What's going on? Because like Eris Moore helped out the queen. She knows a lot about the hive. She knows a lot about the darkness. Is Eris Moore still with the queen? Like, is she still on her side? And if so, like, are we on the right side? Like, if we have someone like Eris Moore switching sides, what are we doing? What's going on? It was Osiris was banned. Why? You know what I mean, like, it's just a lot of things that question as to if we're on the right side or not. I don't know.
So if you look at that trailer again, there's a part where it says, and when the dream turns to a nightmare and the screen flips upside down,
I
there's
was
a
Mm-hmm.
dope.
there's a character standing there. If you flip it upside down where it's right side up, it kind of looks like an Eris silhouette. Kind
I
of.
got. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Um, I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's a person, a humanoid figure of sorts. I don't know if it's human or whatever, but it kind of looks like it could be Eris.
Here, you see what you're talking about. I see.
And when the
Yeah.
dream, yeah, and right there, and then it'll flip upside down, and then yeah, I don't know if you have the ability to do that, but because
I can't zoom
if
in,
you look
but
where the head is, it's almost like there's a few eyes there, but it's really speculative.
where
You know
where
what I
where,
mean?
where we looking?
Like so the person standing there upside down, like if you look at her face or its face, whatever it is, it looks like it could be Eris, but it's all speculation.
I don't see a person anywhere though. Like, is a person upside
Is
down as
that a
well?
is it a person or is it like a pedestal or no, you're no, look down. Bring your mouse to the bottom. That image is upside down, Jay.
Other way, Jay.
You're
There
yeah,
you
there.
go.
That's the head. That's the face. So if you flip that whole thing upside down,
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
yeah, see, they flipped it on you. Anyway, yeah, so the speculation is all over the place. And the new space, let's just talk about that for a second. That new trailer showed off the Dreaming City big time. There was
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 play spaces they showed. Oh, they talked about the blind well, which is like a new modified version of Escalation Protocol. That's going to be inside the Dreaming City. The and then the Ascendant Realm, like that whole play space turns into the Ascendant Realm, and the way it looked was like something out of a horror movie, dude.
Yeah,
Like
dude,
it legitimately
freaking
freaking
looks.
scary.
Oh my god, it looks awesome.
And they
It
talk about it
reminds
turning
me.
into a nightmare. It's like, yeah, the characters go through this like gate, and just everything goes, and you're like, you can tell you're in a different dimension, and it's the artists, Bungie artists, y'all need to calm down. Y'all are just going OP on this shit, man.
Insane.
It's
Like,
so
look
good.
at this scene. Look at this. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Yeah, we're looking at it on the live show here. Jay's got it up on screen. Oh, that new ghost. Pause that and
That
go
looks
back.
amazing.
Yeah, that
Okay,
ghost.
okay.
Oh my god.
The new gear,
Well,
back it up
this
like a
scenery.
frame or two, Jay, where we can see the new. Yeah, okay,
That
like
there.
this.
Oh, that looks dope.
This
Yeah.
whole Awoken Dreaming City themed armor, for one, is just nuts. I mean, it just looks so good. But
Is it-
stuff like
is it
this,
like
like
chain
this
links,
ghost,
like chain links around the warlock's body.
I think it's a
That's
warlock.
dope.
Yeah. And then the helmet looks like Genji's helmet or something. And then
Yeah.
the ghost looks partly taken, but the
Mhm.
shell looks more ornate, like the Awoken style of art palette, you know. And then this scene here, right as it pans back out, that looks like out of a
That
nightmare
looks
boogeyman book or something, dude.
amazing, dude. That
Yeah.
looks so freaking amazing. I like that. That looks so cool.
The Dreaming City alone looks like something out of Lord of the Rings, but then when you go to the Ascendant Realm, it looks like, I don't even know what to compare it to, man. It's so good.
It's a horror movie. It looks
Yeah,
like a
it
horror
looks like
movie.
a damn
you know?
horror movie. Like if I ended up there in real life, I would want to just make it stop, please. You know, like I don't want it anymore.
Right there.
Well,
That's what you're talking about right there. Right there.
Well, that was just
Yeah. When you hop through.
yeah, right there.
Yeah.
And you can just see just everything changes. It's all like this dark taken energy mist, and yeah, I don't even know. That's just, it's almost like he hopped through a mirror, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, that is so. And then it's like very
So cool.
cathedral, stained glass, but mixed with
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings like aesthetics. I mean, it's they've really outdone themselves on this one. I'm real big into the art stuff, so I can appreciate the game on stuff like this. But
Well, looks like I'm getting it on PC also for the graphics. All right.
yeah, see, I'm on console, and I won't be on PC for quite a while. But I think I'll eventually transition to PC for the 60 frames and stuff, or who knows?
Join
Maybe
us.
maybe
Join
when the
us.
PlayStation 5 comes out, it'll be
Come.
hey, look, yeah, like come. I don't think I could do it, Jay. I can't. I gotta the exclusivities, man. I can't.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, let's face it. They're probably not ending that anytime soon.
Nah.
The exclusivity doesn't just play on a Destiny. It's Activision, so it's, you know, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is experiencing that as well. They got access to the beta before Xbox will. But anyway, that's not Destiny related. But anyway, so yeah, the Dreaming City, the weapons, the new supers, you know. So a quick recap for everybody. This expansion is bringing an all new sandbox, and I might as well say that because it literally is all new.
Yeah.
It's gonna
for
bring
sure.
weapon slot changes, which changes the game fundamentally from the core up. We are getting three new supers per character. That's one per class. So every element for every character is getting a new super period with new abilities and grenades and cooldowns and all that. Play styles. We're getting 2 new destinations that are both the size of Nessus, okay? The Forgotten Shore, or the Tangled Shore, and then the Dreaming City. Plethora of new exotics that will also change the game. Story content that is obviously poised to be something like we've never had before, killing a main character. I don't know how to be like, it's like Taken King times 3. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how long it's gonna take me. I don't know if completing it is the mindset. I think it really is turning into a hobby, so it's not so much am I gonna be done with it in a month? No, I don't think that's gonna
Mm-mm.
be the case
No.
because there's god roll weapons to grind for. uh I forgot about Gambit. Gambit's coming. That's a whole
Gambit
new
as
thing.
well.
Jesus.
And
See, that's what I'm saying. There's
that,
so much stuff I can't even remember everything. Like this is the
this is
best
like
problem. This best problem to have
this is like
ever.
it's like House of Wolves and like meets Taken King ish like level expansion.
Oh, hello.
Well,
Yeah,
special guest
That was
star.
I think Gambit Gambit's gonna have its own note on the director, and it's gonna be match made. So and then they are working on private matches for that later. Um, they that's gonna have its own reward and loot table. Malfeasance, the new Thorn esque hand cannon. It's actually like taking energy, but
yeah.
that's going to be tied to Gambit specifically. There's going to be new quests for weapons, the way we have the one for the Whisper of the Worm right now. There will be other stuff like that. Oh, the lore. The lore, too, is a big deal in this upcoming expansion. So the Dreaming City and the Tangled Shore, there's going to be lore to actively go out and seek, kind of like the way we did in D1 with the Dead Ghosts, except it's not going to be in the form of Dead Ghosts, but there's going to be lore like that to go out and collect in the actual world of the game, and a lot of it too, from what they're saying. So,
Yep.
This is I mean, there's so much coming. I don't know where to start, man. I'm excited.
It's crazy, man. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
Did you see that
Just for the
section
update.
in the Dreaming City video? Did you see that one section where the Warlock went to jump across this gap and this huge piece of floating
Yes,
building? I
dude.
don't know what it was. It just came.
Crazy.
It almost destroyed
Yes.
him. I was like, holy crap! Like that was just the scale of the
Oh my
Like
placement.
that.
god, it's crazy. Let me see if I can find it right now. That I saw that. I was like, holy cow, this looks amazing.
Well,
This
they
is
said,
crazy.
okay, they said this place will be like Volta Glass and King's Fall had a baby and dropped it off on the doorstep of Peter Jackson. And then, and I was just like, and now that I've seen this trailer, I'm like, yeah,
There's
that
so
seems legit.
there's so many like set pieces like in this area. Like I'm watching the trailer, and it's just like outside, inside, purple area, green area. It's like what is where are
Yeah,
we?
there
Like
was
what
like
is this?
symbol. There was this one still, like if you pause it in this one part, you can see these symbols and they're all different, and you can tell just now that we've been playing Destiny and Destiny games for a while, like they're gonna matter for something. They're gonna be there for a reason, you know. So you catch little tidbits like that in these trailers, and you try to break them down because you know the way now we kind of got a hint on how they do things. So you just know that you're gonna have to mess with those symbols in some way, that they're gonna have some kind of significance. But look at that whole tower scene when he's driving his Sparrow to the tower there. That looks like something out of Lord of the
Lord
Rings,
of the
doesn't
Rings,
it?
honestly. Yeah, yeah. It looks like he's going towards what you
Dude,
call it,
even the
Isengard.
circle, even the semicircles in the middle of that tower at the top have that. Like I'm looking for the Eye of Sauron to be there, and it'll be complete. Like,
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
hate me. I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
oh
Uh,
no, Angel.
I'm
All
not.
right,
I'm not.
so
I don't hate you, but
Angel's
we
fired
can't be
from the
friends.
show. We're sorry that y'all had. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, it's hey. Well, if you ever do watch it, get ready for how many hours would you say it is to watch them from beginning to end? 6 or 7?
No, which ones?
The
Like
Lord of the
all
Rings
of them?
trilogy. Well,
It's like
yeah.
it's like 3 hours each.
Well, if
Like
you
9 hours.
oh yeah, just the first 3 movies,
Not yeah. First movie's 9
and then
hours,
there's
and
the
like
Hobbit trilogy, but I
yeah,
didn't like it as much, but
that's
yeah.
okay.
Well, I think we could go on all evening about this, but I encourage everyone to check out the Bungie stream and then the trailers for yourselves.
Angel Zero.
There's so much
Real,
information that I'm sure I've forgotten 10 things that was covered in it because there's so much stuff going on. But yeah, definitely check that out. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show for this evening, though.
really important.
What's that?
Really important. Apparently, Fellowship of the Ring is on Netflix, so
Hey, there you go. Fellowship of
your
the Ring.
homework.
There you go. There's your free little introductory film right there to that trilogy. It's really good.
All right.
The first
So
the first couple minutes awesome, and then it gets boring, and then it gets awesome.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, all right, folks. Well, Angel, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at angel_Z3RO and on Twitch at angelZ3RO.
Mr. J? I didn't
My.
do it with the voice, at least.
It's
You
still
should have.
there.
Come on.
It's still
You
there.
have to.
Mr. J.
You
Still
have
there.
to.
I still heard it.
They're like, just make it stop.
You can find me on twitch.tv/CrayZJaye. I stream mostly mornings and now at nights as well. Some nights.
You wouldn't happen to be streaming Destiny, would you?
Maybe.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe
Actually,
when it gets good.
I said before we started recording or streaming, I've been playing Destiny so much. It's like the last week has just been Destiny only streams, which is great.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, my name is The Helmet Fire. You can find me on Twitter at The Helmet Fire. You can also check my YouTube out if you'd like. I have some Destiny videos that I do from time to time. So if you want to check that out, you can. As far as the show, you can follow us on Twitter at TravelersPC. If you have any questions for the show or need to be caught up on the scheduling or anything that's going on, check us out there. We are recording today on Wednesday, and we did record Wednesday last week, but we are returning to the normal Tuesday time slots tomorrow. So Tuesdays, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time is our normal time when we go live. The show does get put up on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube usually the following day. So definitely check us out on those platforms as well. Leave us a review if you like the show or you have any critiques or anything like that. Definitely check us out and let us know what you think. We appreciate everyone joining in and joining in on the conversation. And like I said, what a time it is to be a Destiny fan. So if you like what you're hearing, let us know, and we'll be happy to hear from you. So other than that, like I said, check us out next week. We are going to be having a special guest next week. Young Khan is going to be on the show next week. If you don't know who he is a very, very talented emote artist in the community and has done a lot of work for some bigger names in the content creator section. So we're happy to have him on next week. So definitely tune into that. But other than that, that's all we got this week. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you all next time on Travelers.